It's not going to be a long video this week, guys, because I ain't sold that much. And everything that is in here is pretty much what you've already seen, minus a few bits. So let's just quickly go through some solds. I've had some negative feedback this week. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna come to that right now. So, negative feedback. I love negative feedback. I'll tell you why I love negative feedback, because, pardon me, 99% of the time it's bullshit and I hate it. I really hate it. So let's go to negative straight off the bat. Right, that one and that one. Very long time ago, negative feedbacks for whatever. In fact, do you want to have a look at them? Let's go for them. Pretty dirty, accepted the flaw, but overall a bit disappointing. Fast postage, seller seemed really nice, but more fit for a charity box. That was a pair of trainers that had a scar in the side of them that was fully listed and described exactly how they were. And when they turned up, they were New Balance 327s. And when they turned up, he was disappointed with them and put them in a charity shop box. What he asked for, and this is the reason why I got negative feedback, what he asked for was a full refund and to keep the trainers. And I'm sorry, that ain't how it works, is it? Come on. You don't get to keep them and keep the 40 quid shoes. Nah, don't happen. Second one was about a little battery tester I sold, which I didn't particularly know there was anything wrong with it because I've never seen one before in my life. Did a Google image search, saw how much it was worth, listed it on there for £90, ended up reducing it to £12 something, and that's what I sold it for, 12 quid. Very poor quality, no cover on the back, clamps not closing properly, and mechanism not working properly. Contact me. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say is contact me. I sold it for 12 quid. Mate, if you'd have moaned about it and come back to me and said, I'm really not happy about this, dude. The thing you've sent me out is crap. I would have either offered you a full refund, pending sending it back, or secondly, offered you a partial refund so I don't have to pay for postage to help you out to perhaps buy the bits you want. Listen, I know, I understand. If you sell something that's not accurately described, you are entitled to give negative feedback. I completely 100% agree. However, can we just make it a rule through eBay that if there's got an issue with something, you ask the person you've bought it from first, just to say, is there anything we can do about this before we leave negative feedback? Ask the goddamn question. Don't just go on there and slate the person who sold it to you. I had no idea it was missing those pieces. I'm just a reseller. I can't sit here and research every single thing for hours at a time. Right, I'm ranting. Shut up. Next one. Brilliant this. You'll love this. Dead battery. So essentially, this is pretty much what I sold. If there's one in here. Yeah, there's one in here. Look, this type of thing. It was a Bush radio, and as you can see, it takes disposable batteries. Okay, that's what it takes, disposable batteries. The one I sold had batteries in it, and when I tested it and turned it on, not only did the radio work, but the batteries worked absolutely fine. He left negative feedback because he used it for a couple of days and then the batteries went flat. I ain't going to sit here testing batteries to see how long... I haven't got a crystal ball. I can't tell you how long batteries are going to last. Jesus, man. I asked him to retract it. He wouldn't. I complained to eBay. They did absolutely nothing as usual. Simply because, well, they just didn't say... It didn't conflict with anything. But it did, because I never mentioned in the listing that it came with a battery, or that the battery was full, charged, and would last him for however long he expected it to last. It was a radio that was listed as working. What he bought was a radio that was working. That's it. The feedback should have been about the radio and not about the battery. But we deal with these people. Regardless, that is now stuck on my eBay, and I'm down to 98 point something positive feedback. Simply because people don't bother to ask the questions. I understand. I get it. I totally get it. I sold something for a price that had an issue. But if you buy something for a price that has an issue, would you not consider asking the seller if there's anything that can be done before the feedback? Listen, Rant over, that's done. Quickly, sold, boosh, let's go through them. 98.8 positive feedback I'm on now, which is wonderful. And I can't believe eBay wouldn't do anything to help me out either. Orders, what do we have going out since the last time we saw you? The Polaroid camera, £45. I'm just trying to think, that's 17th of November. What are we on now? 24th, so 7 days ago. Let's skip that. And 19th of November. Baseball caps. One of the 4 baseball caps that I bought from a car boot. One of them sold for £4.44. It was the cheapest one of all of them. Remembering I only paid £15 for all 4. Brita water filters, £13 and 3 pence. Charity shop. The whole lot cost me a tenner together, and I've done like 40-50 quid out of all of it. The For Real Friends dog. Did wonderful out of that. Paid 4 quid for that. Sold it for £1.70. The Agfa Diamata Projector, which was down here in the big orange box, or up there. No, it was in that gap just there. That sold for £36. That has now been and gone. Apple iPad 5th gen. That came in the bundle with the Xbox 360 with all the controllers and everything that was up there. That has since sold. That has now gone for £50. A Pure One Evoke digital radio for £21.36. That would have been part of the same charity shop bundle. The kickers that you saw me pick up in the last video for £10 have sold for £24 and 63 pence. The Lift Rapper water conditioner has sold for £22 and 63p. That was from the charity shop. I had a price on it of 4 quid, so that's 4 quid into 22. The BT Studio 550 plus triple cordless handsets sold for £11.62, and I'm pretty sure they were a car boot pickup for a £5, including the smart meter that's in there. The Epson ink cartridges times 13 have sold for £5. Dug out the back of a out the back of the charity shop again. The Technics SLPG 580A CD player sold for £39 and 85 pence, which is there, just airing out because it's a bit cold and miserable. That's it for sales. Pickups. This week's pickups. What have we got? We've not got a lot. The car boot that was supposed to be on today was cancelled because of the Hurricane Dick. So that never went ahead. So all I've got is a couple of pickups from the charity shop. So we'll have a quick look. The scooters you've already seen in a previous video. Just waiting for the belts to turn up from those, because when I tried testing them, the belts literally destroyed themselves. They're just old and tired and been sat somewhere where weather has been let to get to them. But they're only a tenner a pair. So we're going to get one for the red one, get one for the yellow one, get them listed, get them gone. Right, pickups. Not going to be too much because there ain't that much here. Cambridge Audio separates. We have 2 of them. We have a CD player and a Cambridge Audio amplifier. What I'm going to do with these is not bother testing them. I'm going to plug them in, power them up, take pictures of them powered up with the displays and everything lit up, and put untested. Because I'm sick and tired of comebacks for things I've tested that have then got to where they're going, and then I get complaints about them. The fact of the matter is they're tested. Look at the testing station I've got. I've got my amp, I've got speakers, I've got CD players to plug into amps, I've got everything to test everything. And when I test it here and it works, by the time it gets to the customer and they say it doesn't work, I'm then really pissed off. Because essentially what am I doing? I'm giving you a part refund. I'm refunding you and you're sending it back. I don't know. So from now on, stuff that's potentially worth vast amounts of money, unless I've fully tested it, like I did with the Philips Perfect Pint Draft thing, I'm just going to sell as untested. Because depending on how much I've paid for it, because sometimes it's just too much like hard work. So, what did we pick up? We got these bloody scooters. I'll be glad to see the back of them, honestly. Stay there. We got 2 Cambridge Audio separates, 1 CD player and 1 amplifier. Fully tested and working. They're selling for around £60 to £70. Spares or repairs, they're selling to £30-35 a piece. So, the fact that I only paid 30 quid for everything I'm about to show you means that I'm going to sell these as untested. Boom. 25 for that, 25 for that, say, for argument's sake, 50 quid. Panasonic DVR, DMR, whatever you want to call it, DMR EX736 HD DVD recorder with, I believe, yep, Freeview. So it's a recorder and all the bits and pieces. These usually sell well. I'll probably test this one because I'm capable of fully testing it in every way, shape or form. This one should be 50, 60 quid. So what we on up to press? 50, 100, be conservative. Then, what did we get there? We got this, which is a Panasonic Blu-ray player. Say 30 quid, 130 quid. A Humax Duovision. That came out of there as well. Say 30 quid for that. So 160. We're up to 160. The Ariston Acoustics AT420 record player, untested as is. I've no idea. I've not looked it up. Should we do 20 quid? Should we just say 20 quid? Let's say 20 quid. So what are we up to? Oh Christ, I forgot. 150, 60, 70, 80. Say 200 quid, including that. JVC video recorder, if it's working, 25 quid. 225. This is where we're up to. This is a 30 quid investment, by the way, guys. I'm turning round in a vain hope that I'm going to see something else, but I can't remember if there is. There is something else, and it's up here. And this is a lovely 24-inch, so we pull it out a little bit, Bush smart TV, ultra high definition, LED, LCD, can't remember, one or the other, but it's got all the bits and pieces on it, all the whistles and bells. There you go, look, Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, everything connects to your internet, to screen mode. It's got Alexa built in and DVD built in. That was part of the 30 quid bundle. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, that is about it. However, there's two more things I picked up which are in the house. So we'll go in the house real quick and you can see what they were. Bearing in mind, all part of the 30 quid, yeah? So this is what we managed to pull out of the back of the storeroom in the charity shop. Sat there in a bag, minding their own business, not doing anybody any harm. I think we all know what they are, don't we? Jellycats of London. Two of those little fellas. Bearing in mind, as I just said, all included in the 30 quid. So, fingers crossed. I've put them on auction, starting at a tenner. If you're a Jellycat fan, you're on eBay, you've got your saved searches, they're going to pop up in your feed. If they're worth a lot of money, they're going to go for what they're worth. If it's something specialised like this, you don't need to do that much research. 10 days auction, let them run. People will find them and people will bid for them. Speaking of bidding, the Perfect Draft pint machine. Active. We have got 1 hour and 28 minutes and we are currently at £102. Again, for that, an active fry and a bread maker cost me 50 quid. We're at £102. Well, I'll come back to you that when we get to it. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I'm sorry it's a bit of a boring video and a bit of a ranty video. I'm at work next week and then I've got a week off. In that week I'm going to try and achieve some bits and pieces. And then after that, you're going to have to bear with me because it's going to be absolute chaos for the 3-week run up to Christmas. As opposed to, you can imagine what it's like. Love you all. Don't forget to subscribe if you get a chance. Helps the channel out massively. Onward and upward into the new year. And let's get going.